So you took a really great photo, but there's something about that photo you want to change or eliminate. It could be a background element, or it could be a blemish on the skin of someone you took a picture of, something that you think stands out a little too much and you just want to remove, but you don't want to make people notice that you removed it. Sometimes you take a photo and you realize later when you open it up on the computer to do your edits, there's something about that photo that just stands out a little too much and you need to either hide it, cover it up, or remove it altogether. The healing tool is the best tool available for you to do that. So let's go ahead and hop into Adobe Lightroom here and I'll show you how to do it. So here's a portrait that I took, and the picture came out great, but I wanted to change a couple of things up with the skin. There were a few blemishes that were standing out and taking away from the portrait itself. So what you want to do is hit H or click right here on the band-aid to bring up your healing brush. Now there's two separate modes for the healing brush. It's heal and clone. Now the healing brush works with a two-part system. The first place you click is the place that you are changing. The second place is where Lightroom is pulling the data from to clone or to heal the photo. I'll show that to you right now just so you understand what I mean. So say I wanted to cover this blemish up, I'll just draw over it. Now this secondary little circle appears, it's identical to the first one, and what it's doing is it's trying to match the color and trying to match the area so that it looks natural. Now the problem with what it automatically selected is this part of this person's neck is out of focus, so right here is going to look really blurry. So what I want to do is bring this up, and you'll see it's changing exactly what's going on in our main circle there. And if I bring it over to more close to the face where there is no blemish and let it go, now it will be perfectly aligned and the lighting will look natural and the face will look natural. Now if you hit your O key, it's O on your keyboard, it'll hide your overlay so you can see exactly what you did. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the original. See that little blemish there? And this is what we just did. We took that blemish away and the skin looks natural. You can't even tell that you used the clone tool. So let's go ahead and do a couple other spots. Now smaller spots, you can go ahead and lower your size on your healing brush. You can use your bracket keys. That's right next to your P key and between your backslash. If you hit the left one, it makes it smaller. Hit the right one, it makes it larger, okay? I suggest when you're working with skin to keep your feathering all the way up to 100 and your opacity to 100. Let's do a couple more adjustments. Let's get rid of this little blemish here in the neck. Keep it in a spot that's similarly focused. Let's get rid of this little blemish here. Bring that up to a similar place that's focused. There's a little spot right here. That looks good. There's a little spot right here. Bring that right down there. Good. He has a little nose hair showing, so let's make the brush a little smaller. And we'll go ahead and take out that nose hair. Bring this to an area that's a little similar to the nose. You know what we could do? We could use the bottom of his lip here to kind of blend together the proper lighting. Very good. And he's got a little blemish under the eye here. Let's bring our brush size up. Bring it over. And we can move our secondary down. That's good. So, let's turn our tools off. So this is what our result is just after using a couple of spots with the healing brush and not really adjusting any of the settings. The healing brush is pretty smart. So here's where we were before, and here's where we are after. You can see those little changes kind of smoothed out those sides of the skin. Zoom in for you here. Here we were before, and here we are after. So the healing tool is great for just getting rid of those small little blemishes on the skin. You're not really smoothing the skin out. You're keeping all the detail that came with the skin. You can still see the pores. You can still see all the little details in the face. But overall, it looks a lot better. Now, the second way you could use the healing tool is by using it in clone. The way we're going to do that, I'm going to show you on this photo I took of a deer. Okay, so this photo, there's just one thing I wanted to get rid of. And it was this sign that was posted back here. I was on some public land and there was a posted sign. I'm back on one of these trees. And it was like a perfect square and it really took away from the whole picture as itself. So I wanted to really get rid of it. The problem is it's between two trees, so if I was going to be using the healing tool, it may, I don't know, not work with the trees themselves. So how would you remove this? Well, I would first set my healing brush to clone because I want it to be a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't want it to blend with the tree or throw the colors off. And I would turn my size down just a little bit. And what I want to do is draw a straight line down, over, up, and over. You can fill in the middle as much as you can. Now I could drag the secondary over, find a good spot, maybe right here. Now I'm lining up the tree on the left. All right, so we have a good start here, but now you could see if I turn the tool off, the tree is like kind of cut in, so we want to fix that. Let's go ahead and draw a straight line up. And let's find a spot on that tree that lines up. Probably right here. Bring that up a little bit. Very good. Okay. Now one more thing I noticed is at the very bottom where we did this clone, there's a little difference in the light right there. We want to go ahead and change that up. So let's go ahead, draw right here. And that looks like it lined up pretty well. Darker spot will show. Let's bring it up. Perfect. Okay, so effectively what you've done now is eliminate that sign. And when you zoom out and you look at the picture as a whole, you won't even be able to tell if that sign was there. Especially because the background is blurred, the clone tool works a little better. Let's recap one more time with a quick visualization. Say I wanted to use this right here. I want to cover something up. Now, if you're using the clone tool, it's going to do a one-to-one copy of whatever this secondary box is on. Obviously, it doesn't look right. Use the heal tool, it's going to do its best to blend it in. You can see the color difference there. So obviously this is not even close, but you kind of get a feel for how the healing tool and the clone tool works. Healing tool will try to blend into the surrounding colors and try to fit the right light and tone. Clone is just a direct one-to-one. So here's the heal, here's the clone. So I hope this gave you a better understanding on how that healing brush tool works. It's an excellent tool for making those spot adjustments and really taking out those elements that you don't want in your photographs. I'll put a couple of links below to my Instagram page, as well as some more videos that may help you out covering the basics of photography, as well as some more Lightroom tutorials. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.